Hello everyone and welcome to the Nintendo Direct Mini with Kellie and Andrew. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Kellie.
And are you sure you're not Shigeru Miyamoto?
No. If I were, you'd be the first to know.
If you were Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah. But I'm not. I'm Kellie.
Yeah, and I'm Andrew. And this is not a Nintendo Direct Mini. This is, in fact, a Talking Games with Kellie and Andrew Mini.
Oh, like fun size, like the little Laffy Taffies that you can get.
That are fun size.
With jokes on them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because there's no news, so it's going to be a quick one. We still have some, but we don't have a ton to talk about, and that's okay. You know what? Sometimes brevity is beautiful, and we don't want to waste your time making up stuff. Like
brevity.
Like the fact that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is set to star in upcoming Naughty Dog game Jumanji.
Wow. What an incredible piece of very real news.
Yeah. I like that you watched me and you were just waiting for the end of that news.
There had to be something cooking.
Yes.
In that joke. I don't know what it was.
I could have made it weirder, saying Xbox exclusive Naughty Dog game. And then
that would have been weirder.
And then think of something that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hasn't already been in. Because I could only think that he's been in Jumanji. I know he's been in other stuff. I know he's been in lots of movies in his life. But as far as I know right this moment, Jumanji is it.
He was in the Mummy spinoff, The Scorpion King.
Okay.
He was also in Jungle Adventure, which is not Jumanji, but a movie very similar to Jumanji. Because he is... No, he's not in... Oh,
in what?
Is he in Jumanji?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
With Jack Black and Kevin Hart, right?
Is that Jumanji? Oh, yeah, because it's like a video game instead of a board game.
Yeah, so it is
it's
fitting.
Like the sequel. Okay.
Has he ever been in a movie with Mr. Pratt?
That's a great question that I do not know the answer to. As we all know, Chris Pratt is going to be a voice actor for the Mario movie. He's going to be Mario himself.
Yay.
And for some reason, he decided that it would be a good idea to reassure everybody by saying that his Mario voice was going to be unlike anything we've ever heard in the Mario world. This was incomprehensible to me. I don't know what that means. And I don't think I want to know what it means. It's actually funny. We don't have to talk about it, but we've been rewatching Parks and Rec, and it's so interesting to see Chris Pratt. Sorry, I get so used to calling him Chris Pratt that I like calling him his actual name is it's hard to remember to do. But it's his trajectory from goofy, lovable idiot to action star, really very interesting to me.
And then into Italian plumber.
And to back maybe perhaps we're getting back to the goofy roots as an Italian plumber. There's nothing inherently goofy about Italian plumbers, but when they wear overalls and their names are Mario, something silly is going on there.
I don't know how to respond to this news because it makes me scared. I don't think I want to know what that means.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is it going to be real dumb?
I think it's going to be really dumb. I think it kind of reminds me of the Lion King movie where the cast is just so stacked with people. But the movie itself was a little bit disappointing. Because that movie had Beyonce in it. And
Dwayne?
Seth Rogen and stuff.
Did it have Dwayne?
No, I don't think so.
Also, just so you know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Chris Pratt have never been in a movie together. I did that research while you were telling the news.
Oh.
Never.
Wow.
So.
I guess I would think that they would maybe be in some dumb action movie together, but
yeah. You know who has been in a movie with Dwayne Johnson?
Who?
Yev Guillemot.
I don't. I think I might have to fact check that one for you.
Okay, you could do the fact check while I read the news about Yev Guillemot, who is the Ubisoft CEO. This week, it was announced that he's taking a 30% pay cut in response to disappointing financial results. So, I don't like hearing news about really rich people being ever so slightly less rich. Because, like, he makes €1 million a year, and now he's going to make 700,000, which is still a lot of money. That's, like, a lot of money. And also, like, I don't know. It's good in the sense that it's better than layoffs. This reminds me of like a lesser version of Satoru Iwata's move during Nintendo's Loa days, where he took a 75% pay cut so that they didn't have to lay anybody off. But also there's so much toxicity around Ubisoft that this like gesture doesn't really feel very meaningful. Like I'd prefer that he takes 100% pay cut.
Yeah.
And gets fired.
What did they even do last year? What games did they release last year?
Riders Republic, right?
Yeah. When was Assassin's Creed? Was that 2020?
Yeah, Valhalla was 2020. I mean, I'm sure they were still raking in money. I'm sorry, Kelly. Rainbow Six Extraction.
Oh.
And I'm really sorry. But Riders Republic was also 2021, so forgive me for that.
Oh, okay.
So they did Just Dance 2022.
I have that game.
So you have contributed to Yev Guillemot's wallet. Well, kind of.
Apparently not enough.
Not enough. Sorry, you should buy another. Go buy another copy.
It's funny. I kind of bought that game on an impulse, and then I played it once, and I haven't played it since.
Well, I won't judge.
Dancing is hard.
I'm not one to judge.
Thank you.
But
I might get back into it. But dancing is hard.
Yeah.
Nobody understands, you know? Nobody gets it.
I can only do it in like VR when I feel like I can't understand my physical presence, so I don't feel shame.
Well, I will also say it's very much just like a wasteland out there now too. It's like you get the songs that come with the game, but a lot of it is like, oh, you can buy this pack of songs, or you can buy the Ubi Play or whatever for subscription to new songs every month. It's like, what? Like the last Just Dance I played was the one on the Wii. I don't know what number it was. It was probably the most popular one, the one that had Rasputin.
Oh, so it's like now it's clearly built as a platform for DLC, not as a game itself.
Yeah, which I guess is not surprising. But speaking of potential DLC,
That's okay.
Maybe not. FromSoft is currently working on multiple projects, according to Miyazaki, with one of them being in the final stages of development. This was something that they talked about in 2018. And recently, Miyazaki was asked if this was still happening, if these games were still, or if this game was still in development. And he said, yep. And we're in the final stages of development. So that's interesting. And in the 2018 video, or 2018 interview, Miyazaki was saying they're working on 3.5 games, which one of the half game was a VR title, and then obviously one of the games was Elden Ring, and the other game is this game that's in the final stages of development.
I'm really excited about the prospect of like
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Miyazaki said 0.5 is the VR game, 1 is Sekiro, and the remaining 2 are unannounced titles. And this was back in 2018.
Oh, so one of them was Elden Ring.
One of them was Elden Ring, and then this new one is has been in development for a long time.
That would put it at like 6 years. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That really makes me excited. The prospect of like FromSoft streamlining their production cycle, where they're, because it was every 3 years, right?
Yeah, because before, I don't know, because their last game wasn't their last game Sekiro?
Yeah,
and that was like, wasn't that 20?
I'm really excited to hear this guess. That was 2019, I think.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that is 3 years then.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Because 2022 is Elden Ring.
So if we got a new FromSoft game like next year, that would be crazy.
Yeah, because it was 2019 was Sekiro, so that's 3 years.
And then Dark Souls 3 was 2016.
Yeah.
Bloodborne was 2014? 2015?
Dark Souls 2 was 2014, and Bloodborne was 20. Wait, where's Bloodborne? What the heck? What kind of list? Oh, Bloodborne was 2015.
Oh, okay. So it's not unheard of for them to do like a game every year.
I guess since they did Dark Souls 2 and then Bloodborne and then Dark Souls 3 back to
Dark
back
Souls
to back.
2 was kind of a
bad one.
Well, it was like an outside. It wasn't developed by them. But Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne were developed very closely together because it was 2015 and 2016.
Right. But that's still like average of 3-year gap. If we take Dark Souls 2 out of the equation, that's very much average of 3-year gap, barring the difference between, what is that, Dark Souls, or Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Did you know that 3D Dot Game Heroes was made by FromSoft?
Really?
Did you know that 3D Dot Game Heroes for the PS3 was FromSoft?
You know what that reminds me of? Is George Miller, the director of Mad Max Fury Road and all the other Mad Maxes.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, but he also was the director of Babe, Pig in the City, and Happy Feet, the movie about penguins.
What? That's...
Yeah.
Today's
Same
a
thing.
weird day. That's the same exact vibe, because like... So for those who don't know, which is probably most people, because I think 3D Dot Game Heroes is pretty, like, niche.
Obscure. Yeah.
It's like a Zelda-style game, but it's in voxels, so it's like 3D pixels. And it's like inspired by the very original Zelda game. And you could like build your own little 3D character, and your sword like gets like screen-fillingly large, which is kind of funny. I was never able to beat it because I was a literal child when I got it, and I couldn't grasp what was going on. But that's crazy to me. That was FromSoft. Oh my god. Sorry,
Yeah.
this just became real distracting, but like that's insane.
That is interesting. Were they developer or just the publisher?
They were just publisher.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just didn't even know that FromSoft did just publishing.
Me
'Cause
neither.
Okay, it was published by Atlas in America, and I knew that. That's why I got real confused here, because I thought it was
Oh.
Atlas. It's made by somebody called Silicon Studio.
Oh.
So anyway, what I meant to say is you can just ignore everything I just said.
No, it was fun. We had fun. We had a nice little surprise. And then we learned. We learned something new.
Yeah, we had a nice surprise, and then immediately it was not true. But maybe we'll get some more surprises tomorrow. Or if you're listening to this on release, I guess, today. And realistically, statistically, this has already happened. Because this episode will drop at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And 1 hour after that, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there will be a Nintendo Direct Mini. So this is not going to be a full regular Direct. At 9 a.m., they're going to drop a 25-minute showcase, a partner showcase as they call it, showcasing third-party games for the Nintendo Switch. I don't think this is what most people expected. I think the rumor said that there was going to be a full Direct on the 29th, and here we are with a mini on the 28th.
Yeah.
I think there's like, okay, so last week I was talking about the odds of there being a Direct after that Xenoblade Direct. And I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's 50-50. And now that this is announced, what are the odds that we still get a Direct on the 29th that is a full Direct? So I'm going to say percentage chance, and you're going to say a percentage chance at the same time. We're going to see, we'll compare, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, then we'll say a percent. Okay, ready?
Okay.
This is out of 100.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 4%.
13%.
Okay. So not going to happen.
No.
I think it's just fun to imagine the possibility that they're like 3 Directs in 1 week. That'd be really funny. In the past, I've been disappointed when they announce minis instead of regular showcases. But I'm okay with this. Namely because we still have Splatoon 3, we still have Xenoblade, we still have Pokemon this year as far as for first party stuff goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then next year we have Breath of the Wild 2 and whatever else they have cooking. We still have to find out about Bayonetta 3, which that's a partner thing, so that could very well be here. And we still have to find out about, I'd say most importantly, honestly, is Mario and Rabbids. And this seems like the perfect place to do that. Because you could still put Mario's face in this direct, even if it's not first party.
Yeah, true.
And if both of those games got trailers and release dates, and we got a few other things, probably like some Capcom stuff, maybe some other Square Enix stuff, maybe that Crisis Core remake we could see a little more of.
Oh, interesting.
I think there's lots of options here, especially 25 minutes is a long time. Like, I was really surprised when it said mini and 25 minutes. And I'm like, I don't think you know what mini means, Nintendo.
Yeah. I'm thinking it is probably going to be Mario and Rabbids. I feel like that's definitely going to be there. We'll see. It's hard to say.
I want to be excited. I also don't have the ability to watch it live, so this will be the first direct in a really long time I haven't been able to watch live. That's a little annoying. I mean, I'll be at Cedar Point, which is very fun. I'll be at a theme park, potentially even on a roller coaster as this is premiering, which is funny.
Whoa. Well, you can still watch it on your phone.
On the roller coaster? Last time I saw somebody use their phone on the roller coaster, they literally stopped the coaster, got their phone, and then the guy was escorted away with 6 cops. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not watching the direct mini while I'm on the Valraven.
Wow. Well, maybe you'll be in line.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably just read Twitter updates and then watch the trailers later, which is fine, except for if there's Bayonetta 3. That's the only thing I'm like, if I can't watch Bayonetta 3 reveals live, that's so rude.
I know, that would suck.
There was a tiny part of me that was happy. I was like, oh, it's on the 29th. Cool. Like, I'm going to Cedar Point on the 28th, so it doesn't matter. And then Nintendo was like, ha, bet.
They were like, silly Billy.
Silly Billy, indeed.
Silly Billy, you thought wrong.
Since this is the last big news story of the week, give me the one crazy prediction of what's going to be there. Like, absolutely wild game announcement. Do it.
I don't know. I truly don't know enough about...
Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Trilogy on Switch.
Actually, it wouldn't be... I think Mass Effect Trilogy would not work anymore because the remaster. But maybe a Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know. I don't think they would ever do that, but it's fun to jest. I think that it would be cool if we saw some Persona stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of rumbling, not like rumors, but people being like, oh, it seems perfect. But then there's also the part of me that's like, I'm not certain if Atlas would do the same announcement twice in like 3 weeks. Like, especially because they announced the PlayStation ports after the Xbox showcase, like just in a press release.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
We'll
I also
see.
think the Switch release would have been a lot more...
Hype?
a lot bigger than the Xbox announcement. Not that that's bad. Like, the Xbox announcement for modern platforms is super cool. But I think the Switch announcement could, like... I mean, it carried the Xbox showcase a lot. It could carry its own direct, largely.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited. I think if I had to pick, like, one wild card stupid thing that's not going to happen, I think Elden Ring would be really sick. Because, like,
That'd be crazy.
that'd be such... I know it would probably look terrible, but that'd be such a good portable game.
It would look how it looks at lowest graphics on PC,
Which is probably really
which
bad.
isn't awful.
Really?
It's just not that good, and there's a lot of pop in. But
Yeah, I just think
That's
that'd be
really
like the
almost
way
like a
you
Switch
can
game.
explore that game, being able to do it portably. I mean, you can. The Steam Deck exists,
ugh.
but I don't want to pay for that. I also had the option to get a Steam Deck, and I turned that down. So, oh
Too
well.
much. Gotta
Yeah.
wait till it goes down.
I don't even know if it will. I think it'll just kind of
I don't know.
fizzle out.
I don't know a single person on this planet Earth that owns a Steam Deck.
There's only like 100,000 people total, which is a really low number for a console.
On this Earth?
Yeah. They haven't made very many.
Oh. I thought you meant there's only 100,000 people on this Earth.
Oh.
Like, I think your numbers are way off.
No, 100,000 people own Steam Decks out of the 7 billion people.
Oh, yeah. That's really not a wide variety.
Do you know what else has 100,000 people looking at it?
What?
My YouTube video. That number is severely blown out of proportion. As promised last week, I made a YouTube channel. And I released my first video. I talked about Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So I'm not going to talk about it here very much. Just I'll tell you my impressions are very good. I'm deep into the game and I'm loving it a lot. But I made a full YouTube video. It's available on YouTube, as you may have gathered. The channel is called Andrew is Playing. So if you look up Andrew is Playing Fire Emblem, that should be just enough to get you where you need to go. Or go to one of my social media pages, at Andrew is a Fanboy on Twitter, if you want to do that. And I'm really proud of the work I did. It was a substantial amount of work, and it was 100% worth it. It felt very good to make, and I was super happy with the end product. So if you happen to be one of the few people who listens to this podcast and doesn't subscribe to like my social media accounts and didn't hear about this, I'd really appreciate if you could go check it out. It's only 8 minutes long. I don't want to waste people's time, so it's kind of an expedited look at the game. Thank you for listening.
I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Kelly. That means a lot.
And I think all of the listeners will as well. So if they haven't watched it yet, they need to go right now, or I will be holding them personally accountable.
You heard it, folks. If you don't, Kelly will be mad.
I'll cry. I'll yell. I'll cry again. Can I ask you something? And feel free to say if this is a spoiler or not. What route did you choose? Did you say that in the video? I don't remember.
All of them. In the video, I did all of them.
Oh, okay.
My primary one that I'm trying to finish first is Golden Deer.
Okay.
But I played a bunch of every route to make sure I got like a full picture of the game first.
Okay. I was just curious which one you were like going all the way with.
I'm going to finish all of them, I think, but Golden Deer is going to be my first one that I see the credits on.
Now, I've heard, we can talk about this after the episode is over for the sake of spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah.
I've heard that there are some characterizations that people are not happy with.
I guess. Ooh.
I'm
Controversy.
playing through 3 houses right now
Uh-huh.
on the Golden Deer route, but I've also recruited like everybody.
Yeah.
Which I actually think is not a good way to play the game.
Not your first time, at least.
Yeah.
Recruit
and I would
however
argue,
many you can, but don't go out of your way to figure out how to recruit people. Just recruit who naturally appears, you know?
Yeah, I would also I would even argue that just stick to your house, because sometimes the recruitment, sometimes you just get inundated with characters, and then a lot of them just feel pointless, and it feels like you're wasting your time, and it feels like a more cohesive and concise story if you have just a select amount of characters. That's my personal opinion. And we're not really talking about it right now.
Warriors seems to slightly reduce the amount of recruiting even available to you at all. Like, there are certain things that story beats that you're like, well, you're going to fight this character, and there is no way for you to recruit them, which seems like a smart way to curb that, you know? Because that's the other thing, is if you recruit every character in 3 houses, then you don't have to fight any of them. And that means
That's
that you
true.
lose the emotional impact of those characters, like, dying in battle.
Yeah, it can be very traumatic
So,
to encounter a character from the past. I'm glad you're enjoying the game, though. I have not bought it yet, and I'm still not 100% sure, because I cannot. It was really hard for me.
maybe watch
get
my
into the
8-minute
game.
video again and see if it changes your mind.
I know, and you know what? I enjoyed your video a lot, and the gameplay in your video looked fun. But my own personal gameplay, I was really struggling with.
Yeah.
So I might just watch.
It's not for everybody, that's for sure.
Just to get the story. To get the canon, non-canon story.
Yeah, canon-ish.
Canon light.
Sort of sequel, sort of prequel, sort of spin-off is what I called it in my video.
Right. It's kind of a alternate universe, I guess.
Yeah. But before we close out today's episode, we have a very exciting word from our co-sponsor. This episode's sponsored by Sentry, a new esports organization from Pittsburgh. Their team runs tournaments for Smash and other video games. Find them on Twitch at twitch.tv/PGH Sentry. That is twitch.tv/PGH SENTRY. Or go to their website, smacksentry.gg. smaksentry.gg to find out more information about attending or viewing their content. Thanks again. Content.
Thanks again.
Woo! Content.
Woo!
Thanks, everybody, for listening. As I said at the beginning, this was a Talking Games with Kellie and Andrew mini. I'm going to put that in the thumbnail. That's going to be cute. Just a little mini under our name.
You could make us little tiny. You could make our little pictures all tiny.
I'm going to make us really tiny. I might do that. We'll see how stupid it looks. Maybe I'll just make you really small.
Cool.
And I'm normal sized. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to look like you're not in the episode.
I wish that I was good at pixel art so I could do two little like cheapy pixelated versions of us because that would be really cute. But I'm not good at it. So
you could learn.
Well, not in like 5 hours.
You could learn. Anyway, everybody, we'll be back next week with more news. We'll tell you everything that happened in the Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase. Again, if you're listening to this the instant it comes out, get ready because that'll be out in just a little bit here. But I assume you have already heard about it. So look forward to hearing what we have to say about it next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Stop threatening them. They can't even see your like Joker smiles.
Bye.